Hello, I'm back again with another video. Got my notes here, as you can see. I just read it a little quickly before I turned on the camera. We're back, and today's talk will be about what you put your focus on is what you value the most. If you spend your days sulking about the black pill, right? You think about that more than what you're gonna eat for dinner, or better yet, what your brother's going through during his practice playing football. For example, right? So, what you value most is the black pill in that case. Or if you value a person and what they think the most, maybe it's a relative or a friend. When something happens, or when you need to make a decision, or when you've already made one, then you're thinking, like, okay, what would they think about this? If I choose red instead of yellow, what would they think about that? Then you value their opinion the most. Because if they're the first person in your mind that comes to mind, then that's the value you value. That's the person whose value you care about the most. And that's what we're here to talk about. The reason why you care so much about what the black pill says, and every single part of you that is low according to the metrics of the black pill, you value it the most. You don't care if your mom comes up to you and says, "What are you talking about? Your eyes are amazing." Why would you care when the black pill just told you it's not? See what I'm saying? That's what we're here to talk about. When you put the black pill's metrics the highest, then that's all you care about. You only care about what it says. You don't care about what anyone else says. You don't care about anyone else's opinion. You only care about the metrics of the black pill. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you can't really ever get out of that rut that you're in. Because the black pill's metrics are metrics designed to put you in a content state, or a constant state of judgment, judging yourself and others without actually improving. You cannot have their values on the top. And that's what I did. You know, during the times when I was super black pill, like this was like 2 years ago or something, super black pill, super into all of what they had to say. Didn't care about what anyone else said about, looks, whatever. I went to I went to a mall with my mom, right? And I constantly talked to her about my nose size and my eyes and stuff. Prior to this, we went into a clothing store, and in the changing rooms, I had nothing to, I had no clothes to test. I just looked in the mirror like this, like, okay, is it blue? Is it? I have a little blue here. It's not completely brown, right? My mom didn't even realize this. I'm pretty sure. And then we sat a couple of minutes after. I'm pretty sure of this. I know we sat in like a cafe or something. And I just talked about my nose, right? I'm like, my nose is massive. She's like, no, it's not. It's not massive. It's completely normal. And a man's nose is supposed to be a little stubby. Shows masculinity. I don't think I could care less about masculinity at that time. The black pill does not embrace masculinity, by the way. It just tells you you need to look good, you know? It doesn't matter how masculine you are, how many manly traits you have to be good looking, cute, you know? Do you think I cared about masculinity? I did not. Masculinity was a value that my mom appreciated. Looking cute, looking attractive, looking perfect. That was the metrics I had the highest up. I cared the most about because I followed the black pill the most. I thought about the black pill the most out of my day. I focused the most on the black pill every day. And that's where the problem was. I needed to stop focusing on the black pill because the more I focused on it, the more I valued its opinion. You cannot do that. The reason you're stuck is because you value the black pill the most, because you think about it the most. We often don't think about this, but the more time you spend watching black pill videos, the more time you spend watching what's right and wrong according to the black pill. Give me a second. I have a wall on this side. A movable wall, so I just closed it. Where was I? Hmm. Hold on, my dad's calling. It's a lot of distractions nowadays. Um, but essentially, what I'm trying to say is when you value something, the thing you value the most is the thing you spend the most time on, or the thing that inspires you the most, you know? For me, for example, I'm trying every day to make sure that Jesus is the thing I aspire to be, his metrics, his commandments, etc. And when I watch more videos on the black pill, for example, I stray away from his values and morals, and I tend to think on the black pill's morals more. So if he said he's made everybody in his image, everybody's beautifully and wonderfully made, fearfully made, I don't care. Because what I'm stuck on is whether or not I have hollow cheeks or not. So if you want to stop caring about the metrics of the black pill, you have to start focusing on the right things. Maybe if you're in the gym, if you had a good rep, you know, if you had great repetitions, right? Then that's what you care about most. That is what'll make you temporarily happy, right? If you get all the reps in, you'll be good. If not, then you'll be unhappy. You'll be like, oh, I'm weak, whatever. Same with the black pill. If they say, oh, according to us, your eyebrows are good, then you'll be happy. If not, then you'll be unhappy. And happiness is not really something to strive for, but that's a story for another time. If you put your focus on the things that are good and right for you, that are the best for you, that cares about you, that actually gives you value when you value it. Those are the things you need to care about, not the black pill. The black pill is not a one size fits all. And I think everybody knows that. If you're, according to the black pill, short, black, or let's go a step further, short, Indian, curry cells. These are actual terms by people that take this seriously, by the way. If you're Indian, short, um, bald, whatever the crap, the it's called a sub 5 acronym. I do talk about this in my course, which you can see in the link in the description. If you want to go a step further, deeper, really get rid of this whole thing and find clarity, then I suggest you go through that on my sales page. Nice little promotion there. But it's called the sub 5 acronym. Basically, what that is just a couple things that the black pill sees as necessary to be attractive or not. So if you're short, Indian, bald, etc., then according to the black pill, you're not really one of the greats. And if you're the opposite of that, I guess you are. But you can be short, Indian, bald, and be strong. You can be short, Indian, bald. Sorry. It's the second time now in the video. You can be short, Indian, bald, and be good at video games. Now, maybe that's not something to strive for, but for example, right? You can be good at football and have those metrics. You're loved by the Lord if you have those metrics. I mean, He made you like that, so. And this is really what it's all about. If you put your focus on the right things and you value it more than the black pill by spending more time on it, by watching more things about it, by learning more about it, then you'll value it the most. And in return, you'll be a better person if it's the right thing. Now, you have to be careful about this. You can't just value whatever the most, not think about it. If you value music the most, for example, I don't know where I was going with that, actually. Let's segue away from that. But yeah, put your focus on what's right and not on the black pill. Right now, your focus is mostly on the black pill. What I would suggest is to get rid of the things that make you watch the black pill things more and more. I do get more into that on the course, but I can tell you a little bit about it now to remove the things that puts your focus on the black pill. The TikTok videos, your friends that are just as messed up as you are, etc. And then replace it with better things. Spend more time in the gym. Spend more time with friends, playing sports. Spend more time reading, the Bible, whatever. When you do these things, you'll come to realize that you don't really care about what the black pill has to say. Because you found fulfillment in another law. Because what the black pill says is no longer law for you. It is now whatever. And essentially that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about today. The videos are becoming shorter, I realize, because the topics, I'd say I've gotten better at speaking, so it's a lot less rambling now than I usually would have been doing. Making my course, I actually did before I've started with this new YouTube channel, so I think you could realize that. But yeah, I wasn't the best there. What I say there obviously is it's a lot deeper than what I say here, but I wasn't the best speaker, and I've gotten better now. I've realized that, and that's good. I think it's because of my notes, honestly. Putting my words on paper kind of makes it easier to then verbally talk about it. But yeah, that's it. Focus on the things that actually gives you value if you follow it. Focus on things that you can change. Focus on things that aren't set in stone for you. You either have it or don't. Things like that aren't good. The black pill is you have it or you don't. God's word isn't. The gym isn't. Even though they talk about genetics in the gym too, doesn't matter. Everyone can go to the gym. Sports isn't. Not usually, anyway. Maybe in the NBA you gotta be a certain height, but there are short NBA players too. Yeah, that's it.